Appreciate you for tuning in to the Theory Expo. If you enjoy the content we're doing, please like and subscribe. And on that note, let's get to it. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. See, we got the new, we got the,
Yeah.
I got a new background every show.
Uh-huh.
Every time we record, I got something new. I got something new. I thought I was inventing something where, I got the stack monitor, but they told me, like I was watching something, they told me, oh yeah, that's the ergonomics. So I'm like,
that's the way to do it.
I do this for ergonomics. I'm not a big fan of this side stuff. I go straight up. So yeah, this is the only way to fly. But enough about that. We just got a lot of DC news. Got a lot of DC. A lot of DC's goings ons right now.
Man.
Right?
Yeah.
First, we want to start off. It's been busy, but first we want to start off with like over the past. Probably in the last couple weeks, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded the Black Adam. You and I haven't talked about it.
No, we haven't really talked about it.
I saw it opening night.
Yeah, I saw it the next night.
I saw it opening night.
Yeah.
Still just kind of keeping my tradition going. It's my thing now, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna see a movie, I see the first one.
Yep.
First one I can possibly see. I really wasn't worried about this. Hell, The Rock was spoiling it. Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, The Rock.
He
knew
anyway.
He knew what was coming. Yeah.
So it wasn't really like a situation where I was like, man, like how I am from Black Panther. I'm staying fully away from everything from Black Panther.
Right now. I've done.
Not even from like. That. I feel like I'm not too worried, but I feel like if I go down that rabbit hole, since it's already been with the red carpet already been happening 2 weeks ago. Everything about it, they ain't holding nothing. Black Adam, Teth Adam, Dwayne told the whole story. The Rock told the whole thing before walking in, so we knew what it was going to be. But we haven't talked about it. I don't even know your thoughts on how you felt about going with your expectation that was going in, because we really didn't talk about it on the show. Your expectation of it going in, how you felt when watching it, and then what did you feel walking out?
Yeah, man, I didn't think it was a great movie. It was entertaining. It didn't put me to sleep necessarily, but
that's a hell of an endorsement. Like, well, it didn't put me to sleep.
Yeah, I can say that. It wasn't boring. It just was, pace was all over the place, bro. Rock didn't he didn't necessarily make me look at him as Black Adam. It's rocking dressed up as Black Adam. Yeah. He didn't do an accent. He didn't really exude Teth Adam, you know what I mean, from the comic book. I didn't think it was a great, man.
Real quick before you go, don't lose your thought. Did that do something for your experience with a movie that he didn't have that? Because it did something.
Yeah, it did something for me.
I found myself not one like, oh, I'm about to hate. But it's like, come on, man, you got to have where you coming from. You got to pull off some kind of accent.
It would have been more. You're right. Like
it did something for me.
For you to come from this this fictional Middle Eastern country, right? And you was the protector of the city, right? This ancient city. It would have been more believable had he been living amongst humans for the last 4,000 years or whatever it was, right? Yeah. Then it would have been like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you've been living in America, you've been all around the world. Okay, you got a regular accent now. You lose your accent over thousands of years. Get that? That wasn't the case, man. You literally just woke up after you woke up. You was, before that, you were living in ancient times. So it's like you was in Kandahar, bro. Like that's where you from. So it's like for you to just wake up and have an American accent, and then he's speaking the language.
Oh, he was fluent.
Bro, he was speaking the language to his son, whatever they were saying.
Back when he was 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, and he still
had all that working. Yeah, he came out of the
yeah. So he comes out and he just clearly sound American. Like it was no hints of an accent. So for him to do that, I don't know. That kind of
threw me off in the beginning.
That took me out.
When he started talking in the beginning. Set with
and it was a lot of goofy little tropes in there, but like I said, it's just not. It seemed like a movie from early 2000s. You know what I mean? It made a lot of mistakes that typical DC movies make. Man, unfortunately, it fell into a lot of traps that DC movies make. Had the sky beam at the end, the CG villain. You know what I mean? Like a robot wrote this. You know what I mean? Like something like you see that it had 3 writers or whatever. It was like you kind of knew you was in for like problems here even before the movie came out. With that said, me walking out of the theater, and we'll get to like stuff, but when you break it down. But me walking out of the theater, man, I was just kind of like, man, it wasn't a great movie. But here's my thing, bro. Here's my thing about it. This is why I walked out positive. I didn't walk out like upset.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. I walked out a lot more positive than I had the last Marvel movies, right? Than I did from Doctor Strange and and Thor, right? Those movies. I walked out because right. I walked out because I feel like DC is in a better for them. When I left that theater, I said to myself, my wife, DC is in a better place now than it was before I saw it. They acknowledge other superheroes in the movie. Okay. You felt like you know clearly that he knows who Shazam, or he don't know who Shazam is, but Shazam exists in this universe because they had the wizard in there. And it's clearly posters on the wall from the other superheroes. This feels like we know where we're at. Can't say that for the other movies, right? Can't say that. You had Amanda Waller show up. She was in there. She showed up early. So that part I liked a lot. So when I left out with a smile on my face. Man, not a great movie, but we in a better place universe.
Why do you think that's a good thing? Because it's definitely a good thing that I felt the same way, right? Like, and I should probably should ask you this earlier, how you prepare, but like, it feels better when you know, look, okay, we acknowledge like we in the universe. And it's like, okay, I feel, I have a little bit more trust and safe, I won't say safe, a little bit more trust when like, okay, we not wiggling, we're not pussyfooting around this. We know we in the universe. Yeah. Go make it happen.
We know. Batman out there. We know Flash out there. We know we know the Suicide Squad out there somewhere. We know what's the other one? Shazam is out there somewhere in another city.
Same wizard.
Yeah, and they even made it. Right. It wasn't like they punched him through New York or something like that, or like he landed somewhere where it's clearly supposed to be other heroes. And because what's the question we always ask? Hey man, where the Avengers at, man? What do people always say? Hey man, well, where's Superman at during this? Or where's Shazam? Like we didn't even have to do that because it's all in Kandor, right? It's so isolated. Like he do all this damage at one city, and they send the Justice Society in, and it's like they can keep it isolated in this city. So you don't necessarily. It's not like they gallivanting around. They going through the ocean and all this stuff where you got to ask, like, man, where Aquaman at? You ain't got to do that because they keep everything in Kandor. Like I said, not a great movie, but I left the theater positive. Okay, that wasn't great. I know where DC is right now. I feel like I just felt better about DC than I did before. I felt a lot better. I was like, damn, man, I don't know. Like you said, they said Zaslav came in. You know what I mean? I don't know. They did some reshoots on this one. But I felt like we was in a better place. So that's my thoughts on it. Where was you at, man? Get into the post credits on your break.
Yeah. So agree. I did walk out. So initially when that thing jumped off, when he didn't have an accent, bro, I was like, okay. But I was like, I'm not gonna sit in it because I could have let that sit, and then every little nitpick that I would have had would have been like, Lord, I'd have been like, okay. Then when they did that, the only other thing in that movie that I was like, I'm gonna point out is that little kid should have ate it. He was so damn annoying. Man, that little boy was annoying. He should have ate it. Like it was like, okay, enough. I was like, enough. Okay, I get it, man. I'm like, what's that hot word now? Cringe.
Yeah,
that shit was so cringe, man. When he kept going on, so it was like, please let him eat it. Please let him eat. But getting back to it, like it felt like it was the first one. It was the first one that they've done, right? That I felt like, okay, we in the large.
Yeah,
it wasn't a great movie at all. It wasn't by any stretch of the imagination. But like, there's a lot of things you can back. But I like that they didn't. I had low expectations going in, and then I didn't have any expectations. Let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna go see it because this is what I do. But I didn't have any expectations going through. One thing I thought was gonna happen, and I gotta give them credit, or I gotta give this part credit. The one thing we did talk about is I thought that Hulk Dog was gonna get just dog walked the entire time.
Yeah.
And mind you, he couldn't beat Black Adam, but it wasn't the way I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
By the trailer. Because by how the trailer's going, he just had no shot. Like he was getting beat, but he was there for it, right?
Yeah, he was determined, bro. Yeah,
he was there for it because from the trailers, I'm like, well, this week he about to fly and he's gonna crumble. He gonna be like fodder.
Yeah,
I really like Dr. Fate.
Yeah,
I don't think Pierce
Brosnan
no more, but I like this character.
And then somebody else could take that helm.
Yeah. He was like this one. That's why I was Pierce.
Man,
he like 80.
I put in my time.
I'm not here for 5 for these. I'm here to do this.
James Wan, goddamn it, yeah.
Get me up out of here. Yeah. Just even the JSA element, like I didn't feel like that was a part that was like try to, because it's a B squad and they didn't really try to make it an A squad. Nah. It was still a B squad walking in and walking out. They didn't make them more than what they needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the Justice League. Justice is Justice Society. It was cool. And like you say, I didn't like the boy, but the interaction they had, and then once we got to I didn't like the villain, but you can say that about most movies, like the setup for how they got to him, and that was going to be the guy they fight. Whatever. But as the movie, like again, they had the Eternium, but it didn't matter. Like that shit that can really actually hurt him.
Yeah,
it never really mattered in the movie.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that.
It didn't matter.
He had his kryptonite, right?
He had his kryptonite. It didn't matter in this movie. It
didn't matter. Yeah.
So let's not freak. Like don't bring Batman in and him not know that. Bat's gonna know, right? Or like,
new stuff. Okay.
Yeah, he gonna have some. Apparently, that's an easy thing to get because that little fake military had it, and such and such, this, that, and the third.
Enter game.
But as I watched the movie, I went through. There was never really a moment I was bored. I just didn't like the little kid. That's all. I didn't know, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't like the old lady too. I thought he was gonna clap. He didn't. I was cool on her too,
bro. Yeah, he wasn't.
I was cool on her too. Like I didn't really need her, but okay, cool. But yes, I was in the. It was cool. I was walked out. Might have laughed one or two, a couple times. The only thing, and I want to get if I gave it. It probably not nothing I'll ever see again. I'm just keeping a buck. It's not. I don't know if it's like kind of our conversation earlier. I'm gonna add it to the collection. Probably watch it once when it come on HBO Max. Maybe they have a couple features or something like that. But
yeah.
They hyped that. The post credit scene so much.
Yeah.
That now I'm wondering, like, okay, what Soup answered Amanda Waller now? Like
it was kind of weird, man.
It was a weird thing, but outside of being negative,
right.
I knew it was coming. I still was hyped when I seen it.
Oh, absolutely. The theater erupted.
Yeah.
Packed
that
theater,
was the part.
by the way.
That was the part. Yeah. I didn't have, but I went to the early. I went early.
Oh, you super.
I didn't do that. I did the Thursday show. I didn't do the Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure most of the people that went and saw it with Friday. I went and saw it. And again, most people don't know. Most people don't know Black Adam. They don't know that.
They just know The Rock, man.
Yeah, they just know The Rock. But walking into the post credit, I knew it was coming. How they was gonna do it. You knew it was gonna be his line. Is that where he said the line? Nobody on this earth.
Yeah,
that's where the line comes.
Nobody.
From. Yeah. Boy, that was right on the nose, wasn't it? Like how much on the nose can you be from a line like that?
Okay.
But overall, like you say, I walked out and I was like, okay, that was the first thing that they've done, even when they're going through these transitions and all this and all that I was like, even when we got to the end of Peacemaker,
yeah.
and they brought those people in, I never felt because they didn't show Superman, they didn't show Wonder Woman's face. I didn't really feel like I was in it.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was the first thing they did that I felt like
Aquaman was the only one.
Yeah, and they said a little line that felt like just like a Easter egg more than like a hell. What an Andor where they had the Indiana Jones kind of vases in Lutheran shop. It was just a nod. Like, it just gave you a little nod, but like, we not really about it. This was the first time I walked into something like, oh, what's this? Okay, so we're going to bring, but what does that really, really mean, right? Like, where are we going with this? Are we bringing, like, how are we going to do this? Are we going to rewrite reset how we do Super? What does the Flash mean, right? Like, everybody's saying it's dope, but like, they did all the reshoots. Like, does any of this have anything to do with it? Like, it just... It make you think in that way, and I was like, no, I did walk out the same way you walked out. Wasn't my favorite. There definitely wasn't my like. I'm bragging on, but it was something to watch.
Yeah,
it definitely was. What they call it, a popcorn movie,
right? Yeah,
popcorn flick. Like it was like weird trash dialogue in a lot of places. Little kid was annoying. I thought the uncle made me laugh. That's who made me laugh. The uncle.
Yeah, the uncle. Yeah,
the comedian dude. Yeah, comedian dude. Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Yeah,
comedian dude. That he had me laughing a little bit. But again, that's sometimes that's a good thing about not having the expectation that I walk in on a Doctor Strange and I walk in on a Black Adam, right? Sometimes you can only do this, right? As opposed to like what I felt. I didn't have any, so it was cool, man. But I guess the biggest thing really is about the post credit.
Right? Yeah. I think so, man. A
lot of slow motion in that movie.
Superman, you bring up a good, yo, man, great point, bro. This dude Snyder, man, give him his credit, bro. Give him his flowers now, man. Give him his flowers now. If there's one signature thing about the DCE, it's that damn slow motion shots, bro. Wonder Woman, all the movies use them, right? So, but they just leaned into that shit heavy, like, that's how you know this was this movie way.
They would say this really not even Zaslav situation.
No, this is not. You could tell this is
that wasn't his situation.
Hopefully, this is the end of those type of movies. You know what I mean? And they keep the good stuff. That being said, man, they leaned heavily into those slow motion shots. You brought up a good point too. Damn, what did you say? The part about them. Damn, I done lost my train of thought. But
Soups, Amanda Waller.
Yeah, about Superman answering to Amanda Waller, like you know what I mean? Because she was like, "I got people," you know what I mean? Basically, and he shows up, and it was kind of, even the post credit was kind of like, it wasn't as bad as like Morbius post credit. I mean, obviously it was way better than that. But like,
no, that's the worst one of all time.
That's the worst one.
That's the worst one. I don't even got to think about it. It's probably other ones that's worse.
Yeah,
but I don't even want to recognize
that's
them. That was the Morbius is the worst one of all time.
Oh my god,
and they had 2 of them.
This is almost like the opposite, right? This was like clarity, you know what I mean? But it's still you still wondering, all right, so because he's like, he not necessarily hostile. He's like, are they gonna clash? Are they gonna work together? I'm assuming just how their personalities will clash, that they're probably gonna butt heads and have a fight. But I think they're gonna, they're also team. My thing as a fan, comic book movie fan, the question I'm asking about Shazam, you gotta get Shazam in here, man. You like Shazam gotta. The next time we see, we're gonna get another Shazam solo movie. Man, hopefully they do a Rock post credit scene in that movie where
that has to be.
Ted Adams shows up in that movie, like
that has to be.
That's a nice boat on your chest, something, you know what I mean, something like that.
Or the wizard kind of show up, you know what I mean?
Wizard,
like,
bro,
we kind of have them too, like,
yeah.
But he has to show up.
He has to show up. Like, you gotta, these two need to be, they need each other. And I'll already look at it. It's gonna be it's a great dynamic already. A kid like Zam, Billy Bass, his name? I can't remember. I'm drawing blanks. Yeah. But him, his comedy like element with the Rock's more serious tone, Ted Adams more serious city. They need each other, bro. And
100%.
You mix Superman up in there, man. That can be a little super movie right there already. It's probably what they're gonna go for, but it'd be nice if they really built that up. And you're gonna need new writers, I think, for the next Black Adam.
Yeah, facts.
Just new creators, like new producers.
I would like, because it always makes me nervous when it comes to Soup, because for all the other stuff and whatever we could talk about, whatever person who always get jobbed in different things is
Soup, bro.
Right, it's Soups. But if you introduce, he always get jobs. So like, maybe it's not good. I don't want to say it. You don't have to rush into a movie with Soups if you don't really got a good plan.
Yeah, yeah.
But you add this Shazam, Black Adam element to it, and Soups can show up where it ain't gotta be, like a Superman movie, a Justice League movie, all because and sometimes you have a problem with Justice League where that's different from the Avengers, is that some people's powers are so that you got the villain. Like if you only have a singular villain, then you eliminate some of the people that can even be part of the problems, part of the solution. If you have a dark side, hell, you gonna do with bats, right? And if you're gonna have a Joker, what the hell you gonna do with Superman or one? Well, Joker's, but you get an Iceman, like a Mr. Freeze or something. Joker could do it. But if you have Mr. Freeze or something, it's like Superman could just hit him with the eyes, you know what I'm saying, and like eliminate all that. Like so, like you have that kind of problem. But like a Shazam, Superman's it's like one of Superman's weaknesses is magic, right?
Yeah,
and you have the Black Adam, you have this element of it, and then like in between that, you bring in some Superman, and you could really do some things with before you get to the point where you have the movie and we go through his what they call that Rhodes gallery of a villain. But you can have Cavill show up in a bunch of things where if you going with the kind of Shazam Black Adam element that's really disguised as a Superman with them in it, but like giving them all they shine, because you can't do, like you say, you can't do the Shazam movie. Better have a Black Adam.
You gotta have the Rock. I don't know, even if he ain't in the same shape that he was, you better CG him in there. He gotta be in there. He has to show up. He needs to be showing up at the end. Like, bro, there's another protector. Like, there's another, basically another Shazam. Like, that's basically what he is. Like, they cut from the same, you know what I mean? They're from the same thing, basically. They both protectors or whatever, right? So it's like, it's another dude that transformed with the power of Shazam. So yeah, he has to show up at the end of that Shazam. Otherwise, it's just another slip up. But I think
and number one thing Gunn got to do, his first imprint that I need to see is that he can do a post credit.
Oh man, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
he need to be working on those right now.
Because he was supposed to be like, he was going to be Feige's right hand man. Like, he was going to be the cosmic fight. Feige was going to handle this part. This stuff Feige going through now. He was supposed to have Gunn handling the stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So hopefully Gunn like picked up some things. So that when they start doing it, because like
I actually forgot about that.
Like that's like fumbling the bag. You cannot have a Shazam movie. Yeah, he have his villain. He have to go through this whole movie and all that. actually, and they and something better be said about what just happened.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We need the reference.
When we get to the end of the movie, and like when I'm sitting there, like, hey, don't leave. You know that line now. You know how they do this. You know how they do this.
Where you going?
No, you chill. Like I tell you, he's better. No, you gotta chill. So hold on. Wait till that.
2 more minutes.
Shazam, some way, shape, or form. Now I already wrote it in my head, so now I'm expecting Shazam to be talking to the wizard, and then Teth Adams show, and then but it's on site. I do not want them to Bucky Teth Adams. Do not try to no. This is not what I do. I do it this way. I'm for my people.
Yeah.
Like even on some like way more aggressive, like I same way I don't want them to do that with Aquaman. I don't want Aquaman to come out and just be fully like, he's still supposed to be a little distant body. Like, I'm in for them. Now that means we all together to make sure I protect my people. That's one thing. Right. We can't just all be like we all like I'm with y'all. I'm your team.
Yeah, I'm here when you need me.
Yeah, I'm here when you need me, but for my people. Yeah, right? I'm only doing this because it protects my people.
Yeah, the oceans are he got to be on some Atlantis first, right?
Yeah. That's the only and that's the extent I want to see with Black Adam is that I want to see him in that. Like I don't want Amanda calling him because I don't want to see that. Like he part of the roster, right? Like he only here for his people. Like I'm doing for the good of my people, but it's on site with any of y'all.
Yeah.
At any time. Matter of fact, the next time we might do something, I might be running like on that trailer. I might be running with Lex.
Right.
I might be running with Deathstroke.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I
might be running with them. Yeah, that's it.
Lex got a plan. I'm rolling with him, dog.
But that's the way to go, man. And Shazam come out. When does Shazam come?
Yeah, it's coming out soon, bro. They
it was supposed to come out like now, and then they changed it. They changed the kind of.
It don't look that like the trailer they played before Black Adam. Don't look that bad. It's not. It don't look great, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad as Black Adam. Like, look, I think it's gonna be a better movie than Black Adam.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's gonna have comedy in it. I don't know about the villain. I saw the villain.
I'm not. Bro, it's probably tough. Some of these actors, some of these properties are gonna be better when they come into the team up. Meaning, kind of our She-Hulk, your She-Hulk, like how she much better she's gonna be when she shows up in something else, and they're gonna have like the better writing. It's gonna be they get it's less of her, so they get to do more with the Hulk aspect of her. Somebody got better comedy skills when they write, whatever this, that. Like, it's probably tough. Let's keep it. It's probably tough, Johnson. Shit, you get what I'm saying? Like, we gonna give him emotional depth. We gonna have him have conflict. He is not portraying any of that.
Nah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta just.
He ain't even showing up for that, bro.
Nah, I'm not. Look, I'm not even bothered to fake with an act, and I'm from Egypt. Everybody here, and you from 5,000. I'm not. Hey, Dwayne, we need to get you with the act dialect coat. We're gonna get you a Middle Eastern accent. We're gonna work on it.
He was like, look here, guys. I don't know if you were I don't know if you're aware, but listen, we got 5 weeks. Okay. We're not gonna be doing any of that. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna film some of my scenes, and I'm getting out of here. I got 8 movies. I got a shoe company that a shoe line that I'm trying to launch. I got what is it? Tequila that I'm selling.
Some tequila out there. I got Red Notice to do.
Yeah, I got Red Notice 2 to do.
Y'all got me for this window. I know it took us 8 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
What we not about to do is have me working with an accent coach.
That's wild, cool. Bro. That's wild. Because most of that time, like you said, 8 years, most of that time was spent with him trying to get Superman, fighting with the studio, trying to keep Superman. And God knows what they was trying to do, but he was trying to argue with them. He said it took 8 years to get Superman, or what? To keep Superman. So it was like that was always a part of the plan.
It took him to get the regime change.
So it was like he didn't want to do it without that.
You gotta have for that post credit, right? And then hopefully with the idea, but like we'll see, man. But like, they got so it looks like the lineup is Black Adam. Next movie is March 17th, Shazam. I know they was trying to come out earlier, like around Christmas, and it probably was good sense they was about to go up against Avatar. Even though when Avatar first came out, it didn't kill it, but it was a slow burn and it took over. But then they moved. Oh man, these Swiftful guys. That's when we go October. So we go. I believe this is up to date. I should have saw when this up. So this was August, right? This was August. Yeah. That was right after they did those changes. Right? So and I want to kind of go through the share.
Yeah.
So we just saw Black Adam March 13th. March 17th is March is strong. We got Shazam Fury to God.
Wow.
And then they talking December 25th, 2023
Damn.
for Aquaman. This supposed to come out in the summer. That's right. That's what separates
what
summer release of Flash.
So Flash actually coming out before Aquaman?
Yeah, Flash coming.
Okay, that makes about that.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, see if that still stay on the slate. And then
Joker.
But the ones that really like kind of like that's on the radar is Shazam. They like to say the shared universe aspect. Shazam, Aquaman.
Yeah, these are the ones we know are in the same universe, right?
Yeah. Sure. So we go what we just saw, Fury to God. Again, he better show up in that post-cred. All of them better show up in this.
Mm-hmm.
This better be like No Way Home level.
Better be some cameos, yeah.
This better be No Way Home level stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Flashpoint, yeah. This is like basically their Flashpoint. So it's like,
man, you know my line. It's Flashpoint, but it's Batman Flashpoint about that time.
Yeah, then they said Keaton gonna. Or no, wait a minute, hold on.
Damn. They got.
Was Keaton in this one, or did they
Keaton in
replace
this
Keaton?
one? Yeah, Keaton. But a standalone Flash movie starring Ezra has been works and stuff. Blah blah blah. A lot of the different things. But long lasting Flash arrives next summer. It director Andy Muschietti and will open as the DC multiverse. Open up the DC multiverse as Barry Allen tries to change the past and ends up fronting multiple different universes, including one which Michael Keaton is Batman. Film is also to introduce Sasha Calle as a super. But are they really? You remember what we see? This is the thing when the bar is low, because this saying, and I'm not saying DC low. I'm gonna say multiverse because I think we agree on this, and maybe we don't. Realistically, DC should be owning this.
Oh, they literally
they should be owning the multiverse.
They do the multiverse way better. Crisis on Infinite Earths, like they do
they
that.
Should be owned.
Come on, bro. Earth One Manny, look, that's what they call, bro. Earth One.
Got that.
Like, come on, man. Come on, you got y'all. They do this better than they the originators, man. Like Marvel just really started, doing multiverses and all that.
So dope. That's dope. So you like when I say about the expectation, right? It's like, wow, y'all about to do the multiverse of madness, and then you walk out, and it was like, huh? Oh, that didn't really do that. I thought I just knew we was about to see
I can count on one hand how many multiverses I actually went.
Yeah, it wasn't really a multiverse. It was a bloop, like this right here. But they saying this, and they keep saying this dude hell of a job on this one. They saying that shit is dope. Like that's the only reason they ain't shelved it.
I like Andy Muschietti, man. Muschietti, he did the It movie. I thought the It movie. I like the It one and It too. He's a good director.
Yeah, so for someone like me who fell off, right? I'm involved, but I fell off. Black Adam, while not being a great movie, was a cool sit through.
Yeah,
but it make me want to see this.
I need to see that now. Yeah.
Why? When I
really wasn't that
it wasn't on my radar.
Nah.
But I would have synced it, but it wasn't on my radar to sync. I'm going to sync. And then it's like, okay. So then it's like, oh, okay. So all this shit better be tied up in this, even if y'all resetting everything. Hell, I'm gonna be sorry. I don't be sorry if I don't see Robert Pattinson in this thing.
At this point, bro, it's the multiverse, bro. He out there somewhere.
And it's DC.
He gotta be out there in one of those universes. He's out.
Yeah, so I don't know what ranking I would give the movie. I don't know what like a number like 3 out of 10, 5 out of 7 out of 10, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I did walk out with more like, okay, I'm looking to see what the DC because I think they even changed the name, DC Studios. I don't even think they call it DCEU. They call it DC Studios.